Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and actually don't think I have posted anything up for a week or so, just because, it's been insanely busy, and a lot of times, I don't know if you guys are aware, but the situation with moving freight, and whether it's through FedEx, UPS, USPS, whatever, everything is taking longer. So sometimes our shipments, they don't even arrive till way late in the day. Anyway, it's been super screwy, but at least today I do have some stuff to talk to you about, and that's exciting. There's some pretty good stuff here. Let's begin with my pick of the week. It's just got to be this new Avalanches album, We Will Always Love You. It's a double LP. It's on Astral Works, and you can get this on the indie exclusive, which is Coke Bottle Green, or regular black vinyl. Okay, so the thing of this is an exploration of the vibrational relationship between light and sound and spirit, and they're really moving away from their usual kind of party up youthful exuberance of their last records. This is their third release. They're an Australian electronic duo, and they started making music in 2000, and then they had their debut album was amazing. It had sampled something like 3,500 samples, and it really changed up the way dance music was, and they really forged ahead and paved some ground for that. Amazing stuff. Then they didn't have anything out for the longest time. I think the second album came out in 2016. Places like, I think it was Pitchfork called it something like the best music being made and can only be made by them. So they had such high praise for that. Anyway, here you go with their third full-length release, and it really features a lot of guest appearances on this record. Like I said, it's a little more introspective, a little more grown up than what you might be used to, but listen to this roster of guests on here. Blood Orange, Leon Bridges, Vashti Bunyan, Nana Cherry, Rivers Cuomo, Perry Farrell, Karen O, Jamie XX, Mick Jones of Clash fame, Sananda Maitreya, who used to be Terrence Trent D'Arby, Johnny Marr, MGMT, Orano, Sampa the Great, Pink Sifu, Tricky, and Kurt Vile, who I love to death, and just adds such a great thing with his very distinctive vocal style. So love it. Anyway, definitely big pick here. I think this might even be later in the year coming on other colored vinyl as an import. I'm not sure though, but anyway, right now the indie exclusive is the Coke Bottle Green, which is great. My other pick for you is the Kills, Little Bastards double LP. This is on Domino, one of my favorite labels. So this is, they've compiled from their career spanning from the original 7-inch singles in 2002 all the way through 2009. Everything's been, the material's been remastered and reworked, and really cleaned up. You can get it on the double LP, CD, or digital. And this also is the first time some of these tracks appear on vinyl, so it's pretty special in that way too, and it's on neon yellow. So love the Kills. This is something that's like a pretty special release here too. So those are my picks, and now let's just kind of go through, and we'll talk about some of the other stuff that was released today. Now, again, as per usual, there's a ton of stuff that came out, but I'm just giving you some so we can get going. This one here is, I don't know how our buyer got on this, but it was supposed to be a Target exclusive, but we got it. It's the Bee Gees' Timeless All-Time Greatest Hits, and this is a double LP. It's a clear and transparent blue vinyl limited edition. So that is here. Next up would be, this is cool. This is Belle and Sebastian, What to Look For in Summer, and that is on Matador. Okay, so they present 22 live performances featuring songs from across their 25-year career. These recordings showcase this Scottish septet in the height of their power during the 2019 tour. Includes tracks performed on the band's own Mediterranean cruise, which is called the Bodie Weekender. Anyway, it's a double gatefold LP, and Belle and Sebastian. Okay, next up is Bullion. This is Heaven is Over. This is on clear vinyl. It's on Jaguar. It's very carefully choreographed electronic sounds and, you know, wonderful vocals with really great lyrics. Heaven is Over. It's like a really atmospheric and feeling and vibing kind of a record. It really encourages you to, you know, really kind of encourages you and gets you going. It's very uplifting. So. Yeah, the crystal clear pressing is here for you too. Okay, so then, oh, this one is a stunner, Black Label, Burial, Fortet, and Tom York. It's a single, Her Revolution, His Rope, out now, XL Recordings. Beautiful. Now we have The Damned. This is the Rockfield Files EP on Spine Farm. This is a limited edition black, brown, purple swirl vinyl. Okay, so new EP, rock legends, British rock legends that are credited to be like the first punk band, and also really heavy influencers of goth rock. They've had 9 charting top 40 singles in the UK alone, and a very rich career spanning throughout the 70s. So I think we've like talked about them recently anyway, but here you go with the limited colored vinyl. Okay. Okay, this one is Fatboy Slim, Back to Mine. This is limited edition yellow vinyl, and okay, this is like DJ producer Norman Cook. He's better known as Fatboy Slim. It brings this release in the next installment of the Back to Mine series. This collection revolves around funk and soul, features a handful of rarities, including Camille Yarborough's 1975 classic Take Your Praise, which was sampled for his 1998 hit single Praise You. And so anyway, the Back to Mine series was born in 1999, meant to showcase a selection of tracks that you would expect to hear at different artists' homes. And this has featured names like Faithless, Nightmares on Wax, New Order, Pet Shop Boys, things like that. So it's really kind of a various artist compilation here, but it's just a personal collection for after hours grooving. So yeah, there you go. Third installment there. Okay, next up, this is Field Medic, and this is Floral Prints. This is on red vinyl. It is on the Run for Cover label. You know, he's the latest release from him. He's like a Bay Area freak folk artist. He's also known as Kevin Patrick Sullivan, but anyway, people that have been listening to this guy for a long time, you know, this has been a really anticipated project. It's like he's like very much a performance artist. Late night Twitter rants and secret YouTube leaks, Instagram live sets, stuff like that. His productivity has really slowed down since you know, we've all been quarantined and since COVID hit, but yeah, he still managed to do a YouTube series and that kind of thing. Anyway, I didn't love this, you guys. It's just kind of, a lot of it just sounded the same track after track to me, but I know that there's people that way get into this. Anyway, I guess you just would kind of class it as kind of freak folk, sing-songy but talky kind of lyrics. Anyway, you know, if you're into it, you'll like it. If not, I don't know, man. Whatever. But good for him. He's doing his thing. Okay. Next up, we got Fields of the Nephilim reissue. This is Elysium, and this is the 30th anniversary edition on dark green vinyl. It's on Beggar's Banquet. They formed in 1984. It's the creation of vocalist and frontman Carl McCoy, highly influential, especially in the world of goth. This also within the metal and electronic genres. Their legacy endures to this day. Elysium is one of their most beautiful albums and considered by most people to be their best. Anyway, they're celebrating their 30th anniversary of this with this vinyl edition, and yeah, dark green 180 gram colored vinyl. Next up, we have Fortet, the reissue of, this is the expanded edition of Temporary Residence. Okay, so Fortet's most celebrated album is reissued on vinyl as a deluxe limited edition 3 LP set. Includes mixes by Caribou, John Hopkins, Floating Points, Joy Orbison, and Rosca. Special expanded edition of There Is Love in You has been remastered for vinyl by Matt Colton at Metropolis Mastering. So yeah, this one is you know, people have been looking forward to this that are into the Fortet thing. So it's here for you now. Okay, now this is CeeLo Green, CeeLo's Magic Moment, limited Christmas green vinyl edition on Real Gone Music. Christmas green vinyl pressing. It's limited to 1,000 copies. It's housed inside a jacket with a printed inner sleeve. Old school Christmas album. It's like, you know, really full of heart and soul. The song listing ranges from old chestnuts like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, White Christmas, also way through to Donny Hathaway's This Christmas, and Joni Mitchell's River. So, you know, he's got that wide stylistic breadth of different things. He's like, you know, basically pulls it off, you know, with guests and friends, and also one track, All I Need Is Love, at the end, and you know, it's got the Muppets on it with him. So there you go. It's limited to 1,000. It's actually a reissue of his 2012 Christmas album, but available now. Okay. Let's see. Next up, we've got these 7-inch singles from Gunship, and this one here is Black Blood Red Kiss that features Kat Von D. I'm not so sure if maybe that's her on the cover. Now, the other thing about these, there's no stickers on the outside to tell me, but I think they're supposed to be colored. Like, I think this one is supposed to be clear with red splatter, and this one green. This one is the Drone Racing League, and backed by Dark All Day, the Power Glove remix. So those are here now too. Okay, then we've got Tim Heidecker, Fear of Death. This is on orange vinyl, and this is on Space Bomb. There you go. And anyway, this is his new studio album that features Waze Blood's Natalie Meering, the Lemon Twigs, Foxygen's Jonathan Rado, and others. So this is the follow-up to his 2019 LP, What the Broken Hearted Do. Okay, lots of, everybody these days just has guests like crazy, but I kind of dig that. I think it's good. So, okay, this one here is Lonnie Holly, and it's National Freedom. And what label is this on? Jaguar. Okay, so Lonnie Holly was touring and opening for a lot of people pre-COVID, like, you know, Deer Hunter, some really good tours. And he was put in touch through somebody with Richard Swift. And so anyway, he was working with Richard Swift on, I guess they spent a day and did like 6 tracks. Richard Swift was really getting into producing back then, and really liked working with Lonnie Holly. He was having a good time, but then anyway, he did pass away. So his quote here is, "The record captures some moments of time. Swift and I shared space on the timeline and came together for the sake of music." So he has like a very kind of gruff and throaty voice, and it's like you can really hear a lot of emotion in it. It's a good record. So there you go, Lonnie Holly. All right, now we've got some reissues. This is Interpol Antics on Matador. This is on white vinyl. It's their sophomore album. This pressing is limited to an edition of 3,000, and it's also available on the standard black vinyl and CD. Pitchfork said in you know, their 2004 album review that it was best new music, and It's very difficult to imagine a savvier step. It's very confident and spacious. Spin said it's their moment on the catwalk has arrived. So this was like pretty popular record for them, and now you can get it on white vinyl reissue. Alongside of that is Our Love to Admire on, I want to say, well, limited edition blue vinyl. Now this one is their third studio album, and it is a departure from the, kind of relatively simple sound that they were known for as a band on previous albums. It did get some reasonable critical acclaim, but it wasn't, didn't sell quite as well. But anyway, you can get it now, and the limited edition blue vinyl there. Okay, this is a reissue. This is remastered and pressed on colored vinyl. This is Jamie XX in color. This is the indie exclusive, but I don't know what color it is, sadly. I can't tell you, and I wish I knew, but I don't. Anyway, it's the debut studio album by English producer Jamie XX. It was released originally in 2015. He is part of the trio of the XX, and this album was composed during a 5-year period while he was a member of the XX, and starting with his production. So he started his solo career with a remix album, We're New Here, in 2011, and he was intent on making the album something of a departure from his previous work and genre. But anyway, the album still features guest vocals from fellow XX members Rami and Oliver Sim, as well as Young Thug and Popcan. So this produced 5 singles. I think Higher Places is the one everybody knows really well, but yeah, I didn't realize that it had been that long ago for this. So, wow, 5 years ago. Crazy. Okay, then we've got, well, let's see, I think I seem to be missing it. There's oh, here it is. It's Kid Cudi and Eminem, and this is on cassette. It's a hip-hop song, The Adventures of Moonman and Slim Shady, backed by ambient synth sounds, a low bass line, and orchestral-style strings. Although the title kind of suggests, and the cover suggests equal billing, it's very much a Kid Cudi track, and you can hear that. And Eminem kind of comes in on the back half of the song. But anyway, there you go. It's cassette available. All right. All right, here's a new Killers Imploding the Mirage, 2 LPs. This is on Island, so it's their 6th studio album, and it was really released in August of 2020 on Island, and internationally by EMI. I think it's like now new on vinyl though. Okay, it's the band's first album without lead guitarist Dave Koenig, who has not toured or recorded with the Killers since he took an indefinite hiatus in 2017. Guitar parts are covered by Killers bassist Mark Stormer, producer Jonathan Ratto, again from Foxygen, and a variety of guest musicians include people like Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac and Adam Granduchel from The War on Drugs. Okay, so yeah, the Killers. Okay, next up, okay, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. This is KG, and this is, okay, they're an Australian rock band that formed in 2010 in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. So another innovative album which just doesn't fall short here. They just seem to have endless inspiration. So King Giz continued to shine, pairing their genre-bending song structures. I mean, you just never know what you're going to get with a King Gizzard record, because they really do talk about genre bending. They can pretty much just move in and out and do everything. It's really extraordinary. Well, anyway, so this one, same thing, meaningful lyrics packed with philosophical motifs and activism, like kind of with a touch of science fiction. So got it here for you. It comes in this brown bag, but kind of looks like this. Okay, and yeah, that's, I guess it's a recycled black wax, so it's not on color, but it is recycled black vinyl. Okay, this is Cool in the Gang. Okay, so it's their 1970 debut record, limited to 1,250 copies, and I don't know if this one pulled any singles. I don't see really that it has anything that's standing out for me like that. But anyway, you know, their debut record, and back in print here, it's on Delight Records. Okay, then next up we have The Offspring. This is the 20th anniversary limited deluxe edition of Conspiracy of One. And, okay, this one is on red and yellow vinyl. It's 2 LPs, and, you know, anything of theirs just usually sells. It's got a bonus track on it, too, that's called, I want to say Huck It, maybe? Yellow and red splatter vinyl, but it's exclusive Offspring vinyl slip mat in here as well, so you can feel that it's kind of thick. That's what it's got in there too. Okay, this one here is Rascal Flatts, 20 years of Rascal Flatts, their greatest hits. This is exclusive white and black vinyl, and it's, again, this was supposed to be a Walmart exclusive. I don't know how we got this, but we did, and so those of you that are into the country music, there you go, Rascal Flatts. Okay. And also here's another indie exclusive on opaque green and yellow double vinyl. This is Sturgill Simpson, called Cutting Grass. This is volume 1. And from what I understand, it's like reworking songs in a bluegrass fashion. So this has a gatefold sleeve. It's a limited run. It's the Butcher Shop Sessions. So High Top Mountain 30 Tigers Records. Okay. Anyway, the indie exclusive here, is it colored? Yeah. Yeah. Clear yellow green vinyl. All right. 2 LPs for Sturgill. And okay, this one is the Blue Note Tone Poet series. This one is Tender Moments, McCoy Tyner. And this is mastered from the original analog tapes in a gatefold sleeve. And, you know, nice chance to get these classic jazz albums all, you know, 180 gram vinyl and remastered and all that. So, yeah, just another in the Blue Note Tone Poet series. So, there you go. All right, this one is the 40th anniversary limited special 2 LP clear vinyl edition of Young Marble Giants, Colossal Youth, which is a classic record. It's hailed by Kurt Cobain as one of the 5 most influential records he had ever heard. And so anyway, this is like a real post-punk masterpiece. If you don't know it, it probably does belong in your collection because it is absolutely classic stuff. Plus, there's a DVD featuring the band's legendary 1980 performance at Hurrah in New York City. And it includes a download code. All right, so that will kind of wrap it up here. And I hope you found something in there to, you know, intrigue you. Telling you that Avalanches is great, and the Kills just absolutely solid records. But there's a lot here, and of course this is only scratching the surface. There was a lot more that came out today too. So anyway, we'll try to do a little roundup. Maybe I can pull our boy Alex in here with me next week, and we can, or one of the weeks coming up, and we'll talk about what we liked best of this year, what came out this year that really grabbed us. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. And I hope you found something. Anyway, enjoy. See you later. Bye.